As you know, in the run up to Christmas, I've been enjoying wearing my Christmas jumper. I've been enjoying sitting in front of the Christmas tree. But one of my favourite Christmas artifacts that's come out every Christmas for the last 8 years is this. I'll show it to you. Hold on, let's get on camera. I love that. It's something that we bought back in 2012 when we moved house. I remember on the first Christmas we walked down to the craft fair, and that was one of the things on sale, and it hangs in the hall every Christmas time ever since. And every time I see it, I remember how lovely that first Christmas was in 2012 when we just moved house. And I always remember something else too, because I remember on the same craft store we went to a knitted nativity craft store. It wasn't that the store itself was knitted, it was a store where they were selling knitted craft things. So I looked around, I could see there were knitted wise men, I could see there were knitted shepherds, I could see there were knitted angels, a knitted Joseph, a knitted Mary, a knitted ox. I couldn't see a knitted baby anywhere at all. So I looked up and I looked at the lady who was running the craft store, and I said to her, I noticed that you don't have a knitted baby. And this is what she said to me that Christmas 8 years ago. Oh, I didn't have time for Jesus. Of course, there's an obvious devotional point, isn't there, to this that we all know, don't we? It's almost a cliche to say at Christmas time that we're all so busy celebrating Christmas that we can forget to include the one whose party it is that we're meant to be celebrating, Jesus himself. I'm not going to make that point this morning because, to be fair, you're watching this video. I'm preaching to the choir if I start making a point about finding time for Jesus on Christmas Day. You're already doing that, aren't you? So we're just celebrating together, aren't we? But when I was listening to a few adverts while I was driving in the car the other day, it reminded me that there's more than one way of making time for Jesus. For example, I heard an advert about buying extra food at Christmas time or all year round really, and placing it in a trolley at the end of the supermarket for the food bank. And then there was an advert for Mission Christmas asking us to buy an extra brand new toy this Christmas time and take it to whichever drop-off point is nearest to us so that children who otherwise wouldn't have Christmas presents would have something to open on Christmas Day. And then I remembered that Jesus, and making time for Jesus, comes to us in more than just our devotional life, doesn't it? It comes when we actually meet someone in need and respond to it. Surely that's making time for Jesus too. When I think about Jesus and being in need, I remember that when Jesus was a baby, he didn't even have the basics that any baby or mother would need. When you think about it, even Moses had a Moses basket, not Jesus. All he had was the smelly manger where the oxen and cattle ate their food. That's where they lay him. It was filthy. And his mother, on the road as she had been, didn't have any of the kind of baby basics, things that any mother might be expected to have. At SMC, we've realised that lots of mothers are like Mary. They don't have the baby basics, and they really struggle. And it must be a difficult time for them. This precious child they're holding in their arms, and they're just aware that what many people would take for granted for looking after their child for the first 3 months, they can't do it. They don't have the resources or the means. So at SMC, we've joined something called Baby Basics, and we've done that on behalf of the Doncaster Methodist Circuit. And beyond the walls of the churches in the circuit, really, anybody can contribute to our Baby Basics scheme. As I say, Jesus didn't have even a Moses basket. He certainly didn't have baby wipes or things like that. But when this scheme launches in the new year, there's an opportunity for all of you to get involved in it, and that will be making time for Jesus, who once was a baby without basics. You can make time for Jesus, not just on Christmas Day, but all year round, by contributing and helping out with this scheme. So I'm just going to read these few things. Just give me a bit of your time on Christmas Day for this. I know the roast is probably already in the oven or needs trimming or whatever you do with turkeys. I don't know, I've never cooked one, to be honest. So it says, you can help by praying for the project and the team, telling your friends and family about Baby Basics, knitting blankets and cardigans, donating items, contributing financially. This is all making time for Jesus. It says items we need for our Moses basket starter packs are these: size 1 nappies, baby wipes, maternity pads, baby shampoo, adult shampoo and shower gel, toothbrush and toothpaste, baby towels, blankets, newborn clothing 0 to 3 months, and of course a Moses basket. I know it's only Christmas Day and it's probably too early to start talking about New Year's resolutions, but could you make that your New Year's resolution? That you will find time for baby Jesus, who was denied the Baby Basics, by getting involved in the Baby Basics scheme at SMC. Yes, let's commit here and now, even before the turkey is cooked or roasted. Let's make this our New Year's resolution. This is how we will make time for Jesus.